lost dialogue of Plato is in the Sprague collection. Got that?
I think so. The Sprague collection.
Very good. Nice doing business with you.
The Sprague collection? You know something, Sophia? I believe Barnett College owns the Sprague collection.
So why are you dragging me in here?
Well, let's talk about the Sprague collection, shall we?
Wait here while I look for the Sprague collection.
No thanks. I'll meet you in your office.
That's fair. Hey folks, it's Kikoski here, and welcome back to Let's Play Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. And we left off, we just reached Atlantis in the Fists playthrough. But there's one more thing I'd like to try and show off before we get to the end of the game, and that is the other ways that you can find Plato's Lost Dialogue. This time round, it's in the Sprague collection. So, let's go back to our office and see about finding things we need to locate that book. So, let's pop in here.
Well, don't just stand there. Go find Plato's Lost Dialogue.
I'm doing it. So, let's look around and see what we can uncover. There's a shelf here, there's other stuff. What we want is probably in here.
Phew. Guess I should have cleaned it out.
So let's go grab, if we pick it up, the jar.
I guess it's mayonnaise, but it looks like used motor oil.
It might be useful at some point. So, we'll leave here. And we'll head upstairs in search of that book. Now what we're looking for is another piece of inventory paraphernalia. As if we go up here, there's a tipped over bookshelf. School desk. Let's look at that school desk.
It's an old lecture hall desk, complete with a wad of gum, I'll bet.
Well, we need that. Let's get that gum.
It sure is gooey.
Ew.
It sure is gooey.
That's going to be useful in getting up the coal chute. So let's go down and use the gum. Oh, we could also pick up some coal, probably.
A fine sample of bitumen.
Indeed. And now it is ours. So, gum here.
I think I'll stick this on my shoes for traction.
Good call.
What do you know? The gum works!
Hurrah! Now, if we look... Oh, there happens to be a book there. Let's look at that book.
It's a book ready to fall.
That it is. Now let's look at the cat figurines.
I believe it's part of the old Ward collection.
Ah. If it's part of the Ward collection, then that means it is not what we need. So, let's head up and up. Now let's hope that the bookshelf isn't part of the Sprague collection.
I believe it's part of the old Sprague collection.
Oh, well, let's see if, by going this way and then up, we can get that book. Because that book is in the bookshelf.
It's too slippery to walk up.
Ah, yeah, we need to use this again.
I think I'll stick this on my shoes for traction.
There we go. And now, if we can get that book with the coal, that might be what we want. Now, let's pick up that book. What is it?
It's the Lost Dialogue of Plato.
There we go. The book has been acquired. Now, if we look at the book, and look at the... Yep. At many outposts, a sunstone sufficed if darkness concealed the tall horns. At the greater colony, a moonstone was also needed, with the noon sun riding above the full moon. To approach Atlantis itself, a world stone was required as well, with the dying orbs plummeting into the eastern sea. That is different, which is fantastic. That is the second way to get the Lost Dialogue of Plato, but there is a third way. And back we go to here. Hopefully the Pierce Collection is where the route to get Plato's Lost Dialogue is kept.
So why are you dragging me in here?
Well...
Plato's Lost Dialogue should be here somewhere.
Need some help?
Sure!
Yes, please, it's scary in here.
Save the sarcasm, Jones. I'll meet you in your office.
Fair enough. Right. Hopefully this time, what I'm looking for will be in a dusty chest. So let's look at this.
I believe it's part of the old Pierce collection.
Oh, darn it! And here we are, back once again in Barnett College. Now let's see, with Plato's Lost Dialogue being in the Pierce collection, if this is the Pierce collection.
I believe it's part of the old Dunlop collection.
Ah, this time, what we want is not there. So, let's head up and see what we can do up here. So, there's a big crate here, and if we push it, there's a dusty old chest.
I believe it's part of the old Ward collection.
Ah! This, however, is not what we want. Now that I think about it, though, there is another location where it can be. And that is in the cat figurines. So, what we're going to need is we're going to need to get the wax cat. And we're going to have to open the wax cat. And for that, we're going to actually need a way to get up there, which means I'm heading the wrong way because I need to go and get the gum. And that is under the desk up here. By the way, if you're curious, what triggers which collection you find Plato's Lost Dialogue in is determined when you arrive at the Azores. I figured that out. It's pretty interesting. Right, so let's pick up... Okay, we need to look at the desk to find the gum.
It's an old lecture hall desk, complete with a wad of gum, I'll bet.
Well, we'll... Oh, there's the gum. There it is.
It sure is gooey.
That it is, but we need it, Indy. We need it. So, down we go. And we'll use the gum here, on the coal chute.
I think I'll stick this on my shoes for traction.
That you will.
What do you know? The gum works!
That it does. And here are the cats. Let's look at them.
I believe it's part of the old Pierce collection.
That it is. We're going to take it.
It's much too heavy to carry.
Okay, we can't pick that one up. That one's not made of wax. What about this one?
It's made out of wax.
Aha! Look at Wax Cat.
A cat idol. But unlike the others, it's made of wax.
Because there's something in it, Indy. And how do we get rid of that wax? Why, we melt it. With the heat of the furnace.
The wax is melting. There's a manuscript inside. The Lost Dialogue of Plato.
It's a good thing you didn't burn it. Let's have a look at it. What instructions do we have this time? Hot sunlight bathed the tall horns like before. The darkest night healed by the full moon. And with a glorious sun blazing alone upon the western sea. Marvellous! Now there's only one more way to get the lost dialogue that I need to show off, and that is the chest upstairs. And here we are once again, and hopefully this time we'll be able to find Plato's lost dialogue in the one location we've yet to uncover it in. That is the chest up here. Knowing my luck, that is not where it will be, and I will be sad. It's the old ward collection this time. So, we'll push this. We'll have a look at this.
I believe it's part of the old ward collection.
Marvellous! This is what we want. So, let's try and open the chest.
It's locked.
Darn it! Can we pick it up?
I can't pick that up.
Okay, we can't pick it up. This time, we need to use...
I don't think that'll work.
That's true, you don't want to jump down there. We want to use the rope. This time, we want to use the mayonnaise. You've been waiting for it, folks. You've been waiting for it. It's finally time. That mayonnaise is going to have a purpose. This timeline, it's going to give us all the information we need to locate Atlantis. You know what won't, though? Our copy of National Archaeology. Yeah, that's pretty useless. But it is a nice thing to have in our pocket. Just in case we get bored on a trip and want to do some reading. Okay, open door. Go in. Hello.
Well, don't just stand there. Go find Plato's lost dialogue.
I'm doing that. But to do that, I need the mayonnaise.
Phew. Guess I should have cleaned it out.
Well, you're about to.
I guess it's mayonnaise, but it looks like used motor oil.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go here. And all the way back up. And what we've got to do is we've got to use the mayonnaise jar so that we can move the totem pole. Yeah, we're not actually going to use it as a condiment. It's way too far gone for that. But as Cindy hinted, it has the consistency of motor oil right now. And that'll make it really good for slicking a surface. So, there's the totem pole. We could try and push this.
I can't push it any further.
You could try and pull it.
The floor isn't slippery enough. It won't move.
That it won't. But if we use the mayonnaise... Do I have to open the jar of mayonnaise?
There's no lid.
Oh, no wonder it went bad. Anyway, use this here. Ooh, those gloops got bigger. Right, now, pull. And pull again. That means we can now get all the way back up to the attic. Here we are. All the way here.
Poor Marcus. He thought this was a Maasai warrior.
Well, that's not where we're going to be finding what we want. The peculiar statue is here. This statue. There's an urn.
Some kind of funeral urn. I believe it's part of the old ward collection.
Well, that's handy, because we need stuff from the old ward collection. So how about we open the urn? And look in it.
Looks like someone's ashes in here.
Is that all that's in there?
Feels like there's something loose in here. A key?
Aha! Now let's close this urn. And head down again. We're not going to fall this time round. This time, we're just going to climb. Let's look at this key.
It's dusty.
That it is. But you know what else it is? Useful in opening this dusty old chest. It's like they were made for each other. It's because they were.
There's a manuscript inside. The lost dialogue of Plato.
Marvellous! Now let's look at it and see what the instructions would have been this time round. Darkness concealed the tall horns. Darkest night healed by the full moon. And with the moon full of beauty unrivaled, lighting the city. Wow, a lot of moon there. But that is all the ways that you can find Plato's Lost Dialogue. You either find it by removing the back of the bookshelf, throwing a piece of coal at a book hanging from the bookshelf, melting a wax cat figurine, or opening a dusty old chest. Each one gives you the Lost Dialogue, and the instructions are different each playthrough. And now, when we come back, folks, back in Atlantis, showing off what there is left to show off in the Fists playthrough, which isn't going to be a lot. It's mainly going to be showing off if there are any interesting fist fights, what happens when you use the Bratverse trapped rib, and not helping Sophia get out of prison. Because you don't need to. You can just leave her there. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.